Everyone, Monday is a new weekend, guys. All of you are doing well. You're popping in. Nice to see you guys. Thank you, replay viewers, for being here as well. We are going to finish up this block tonight, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I think once we get this done, we are going to work on the embroidery for this one. You can see I have some lines drawn in. We're gonna stitch all the stems and maybe put like some little fern guys in. But first we're gonna finish up block number 5. I'm gonna flip you guys around. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Kathy. Thanks for coming in, guys. Hey there. How are y'all doing tonight? Hello, hello. Thanks so much for coming in, guys. We are continuing the Splendid Sampler mystery quilt sew-along. Mystery block sew-along. So if you guys haven't heard of this yet, it is thesplendidsampler.com. That's where you can find all the information. It's a mystery block. So so we don't know what's coming. So every Thursday and Sunday, cute outfit. Every Thursday and Sunday, we get a new block that they post to the website. So we just got a new block yesterday for Sunday, and it was really easy and fun. It's this one right here, Simple Simon by Celine Perkins, and we are going to finish it up tonight. So that's block 5, and then we got to go back to block 4 because we are not done with block 4 yet. Block 4, we have all the embroidery to do yet. So I think we'll be able to finish block 5 real quickly, and then back to block 4. So if you're new here, guys, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we create lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm a fabric designer, and I'm also the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery. Hello, thanks for coming on, guys. I am gonna flip you around and we will get going. It's time to sew. Let me know what you guys are working on tonight, too. Oh, thanks so much. That's super sweet of you. So check it out. Oh, I know I got my little You Are Awesome pin on again. Oh, I should show you guys my little You Are Awesome pin. So anyway, we are finishing up this block here, and I gotta tell you, I am freaking in love with these fabrics together. They're so crazy. Yep, we got the J. McCarroll fabric. That's this kind of pixelated one. I think that's from his first collection. Oh, sewing some pillow covers. Oh, first time. Oh, crafting along. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad to hear. But these are so vibraty and crazy, like these bright colors with the contrasting palette. I don't know. Every time I work on one of these blocks, the more excited about them I get as they come together. So I'm pretty excited. All right, those are Habitat from the Habitat collection. Is that, not his first collection? I know it's his. Okay, not his first. I got it. All right, guys, we are sewing these little centerpieces to the squares here, and then we'll sew them both to the middle. So have any of you guys sewn this block yet? I'm kind of totally in love with it. It's so clever and fun and really simple. Hello, thanks for coming in, guys. All right, so let's match this up here. I'm not pinning or anything, even though this looks a little off, but we're gonna go with it. Oh, yours is done? Oh, awesome. Oh, and Teresa, you haven't done yours yet? This one is really fun. You love the fabric I choose. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was good for me to pick a color palette to start out with, because I don't know how I would have done it. It took me forever to get Periscope open. That's no fun. So we're gonna do both of the bottom ones at the same time. Alright. So in theory, I probably should have trimmed my block a little bit before doing this, but we're winging it. I could get more exact, but oh well. That's not my style. I kind of just like flying through it and trying to get it done and play with ideas. All right, so this was this side. Look, now we're starting to get this these little arrows cropped off a little bit, so that'll be kind of fun. I'm excited to see what that looks like. All right, let's do the top part of it. Okay, got this all set. My mom my mom's doing all these blocks too. She's decided to do the Splendid Sampler, so we can kind of be doing it together, which is super fun. It's been just really fun seeing her blocks, and she sent me her version of this block this afternoon, and she had some of my bunny fabric in, so that was it was just really cute to see. Couple sweet little bunnies in hers. All right, so this is that lower piece. Now let's do this. I'm having to keep in mind just like what order I'm sewing in so I can keep everything together here correctly. I don't know, if I was doing this for a bigger quilt, I definitely have to number it. Where can we find your fabric? Oh, if you just Google Penguin and Fish and Alyssa Thomas and Clothworks, that's the manufacturer, then you'll probably come up with some. I also have bundles available on my website, penguinandfish.com. So I have fat quarter bundles there for sale. All right, let's get this guy up in here. I'm actually not, oh, thanks. I'm actually not using too much of my own fabric for this collection, so that's for this project, so that's kind of funny. I do have a few little bits, like this is my fabric here from my latest collection, Serengeti Beasties, but I don't have much in general for this. I broke into some fat quarter collections that I've had forever and ever, and that's been really fun for me. All right, I'm gonna press these. It says to press them towards the inside pieces, so I'm gonna do that. But here we go, that's what they look like. Let's give them a good press. Do you put your videos on Catch? Yes, I am on Catch. So if you guys want to see any of my videos, my live videos again, you can go to Catch, KATCH.me/penguinandfish, all one word. And if you once you're there, if you go to collections, I have a collection of the Splendid Sampler videos. So all of those videos will be in one place to make it really easy if you wanted to sew along or something, or catch it again. There you go. My Happy Hands, which is Cora, she threw it up there. All right, guys, we got those pieces done. Now we just have this centerpiece. And this, again, from last night, we did what is it called? Just the 45-degree angle. Like if you're doing a binding or bias tape or something, you sew pieces together at the angle. The reason we did that is so we could have these little pointy lines point at each other, and then they can all meet in the center. Oh, you need a keyboard shortcut for that, Cora. That'd be super funny and awesome. All right, so we will do one side. First, let's just go right ahead and do this one. So again, it looks like I should maybe square off or measure my pieces again, because this 6.5-inch piece that we've cut to be 6.5 isn't the same size as what these should be, which should be 6.5. So I'm going to just eyeball it towards the center instead of trimming it down. I think that looks pretty decent. Oh, I got to move you guys over. Oh man, it's looking so crazy. I'm really liking this block. It's just so weird. I love it. It's just funny. These are fun just in general because you don't quite know how they're going to turn out, or I don't at least, and that's just really fun. All right, let's get this in here. Oh wow, my hands are slippering. There we go. Got this, all my tapes coming up. I think I'll have to put new tape down, it looks like. All right, I think we're good. So I tried to buy on eBay a vintage embroidery scissors and a stiletto, which is basically, it almost looks like a letter opener. It's just to kind of guide your fabric through it. And I didn't get it, and you know what? It's because I am not down with the whole eBay system. Like, you know, right at the last, 10 seconds or something, someone else's bid went through, and I was the only one bidding on it. So, boo! But, like, what's that all about? I clearly don't have the system of, oh, random thing is, finishing in 30 seconds, so some other random person who wasn't involved should, put a bid on it. So, boo! I was not on top of that. I'm kind of bummed. Because I have a pink awl. Not that it's pink matters. I don't like that it's pink. But I use that to kind of guide it through. You did not give them the price they wanted. Well, I gave them the asking price, and no one else was bidding. And then the last, 2 seconds or whatever, someone else was doing it. And I had that whole bid system on where it automatically raises it for you and whatever. So I don't know. I'm bummed. That would have been nice to have. Either the person selling didn't... Oh, is that a thing? They can just decide that they don't want to sell for that? Well, that was their asking price. Dumb butts. There's a program that will auto-snipe for you. It's called just sniping. That's... dumb. It may have been their starting bid. I think it was their starting bid, but I was the only bidder on it. But yeah, I'm bummed. I'll be super bummed. Yep, put bids in the last 4 seconds. That's what that snipe thing does. Dumb. So anyway, that's my sad story for the day. But it was pretty and, cheap, and I need one because I need something to guide it through here. It sucks unless you're the one doing it. Yeah, I suppose. I've never heard of snipe either. I'm not all clued in on all that stuff. It's like buying a house, they can jump in and out. So, yeah, I wonder if it was just another... Well, it said that I was outbid by $1 or something. So someone must have been watching it. Or had a watch alert on or whatever those are. So I'm learning, I guess. I promise you haven't done that in years. Okay, good. That happened to me 3 times. 3 different houses. Oh, that blows. That is not cool at all. Yeah, to have that happen on a house. Ugh. That's not fun at all. All right, we are wrapping this guy up. That was fast, huh? Let's give it some steam. Hope people snipe each other for it. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, who has the time to watch could be crafting. It's gotta all be automated with beeps and all that. I don't know. So here we are, guys. Here is our finished block. I think it's totally crazy, and I really like it. It's just so bright. I want to get my 6.5 inch to see how off we are. So I am still I'm still almost 1/4 inch off. So I don't know. My scant 1/4 inch is just too scant still. When I change my tape, I'll have to fix it. So all right, we are done with that guy. It is so bright. Let's look at that again. I love these fabrics together. They're just kind of so silly. And then this, just to really contrast it, this plus. So all right, now we can go back to number 4. These are actually pretty fun together, I think, with this crazy orange. Yes, it is totally the 70s. You know what? I think my quilt might end up totally looking very 70s-ish when I'm done too. So yay, number 5. So once we get number 4 done, then we are all caught up. So here's number 4. Oh, thanks so much. Yes, more. You know, I think that's that might be my only J. McCarroll. Oh, I don't know. Oh wait, I think this might be some of his too, actually, right? I think both of these are. Yeah. So this is J. McCarroll too, I believe. Oh yeah, okay, so yes. All right, you guys recognize it, that's good. But yeah, I don't know. These might be my only 2 that I have pulled for this collection, or for this quilt. I kind of, I've pulled fabrics and I'm just using from all those. So I think these might be the only 2 J. McCarrolls I have in there. But yeah, I've been saving it and I haven't used it at all yet. So this is my first time using it. I'm super excited. All right, I'm just pulling some colors quick. I don't want this to be like a bright poppy green. What I'm picking now is I have these stems drawn in. I'm trying to make this look like a see-through vase, like a glass vase. So, you know, here's the vase. This is the water in the vase, and then this is kind of where the light's refracting. We're kind of seeing the table through the refraction of the vase. So I think, I mean, that's my plan. So my goal is for this to look like a see-through vase. So I'm gonna, with all these stems, I'm gonna actually stitch them down into here to make it even look more see-through. So I want to pick some colors to kind of go with this because it is very kind of 70s. I don't want like a bright lime green or anything. So I'm kind of thinking like one of these kind of dirtier greens a little bit, I guess, or more olive green. But I'm wondering if that's too subtle. Avocado green, there, that's better. Here, I think maybe this is better. This is linen too, and I don't know if I want to stitch with linen. The linen embroidery floss really doesn't wear very well. It gets pretty tore up if you use it a lot. I think that's not bad. That's kind of the same color of these leaves. And I mean, we could go totally different too. I mean, we could go with like a tan or something. Because sometimes, you know, sometimes flower stems and stuff are different. This is linen too. I don't want to use linen. Sometimes flower stems can be like different colors and stuff. And this is kind of fun too. This kind of gold. I don't know, maybe that makes it look old, but we do have some of these oranges in here. Maybe it'd be good to do that. You like the green? I'm wondering if we should kind of do a combo. We're also gonna have, I want to have like ferns, like little loopy ferns in the background. I wonder if we should pick that color right away too. I was almost thinking like something that would almost be like a little lighter than the background, something that would kind of fade into the background. Like what if we had, you know, fernies this color, but that's almost too close to this. So many choices. Let's see. Because I want those to come down into the water too. I wonder, I'd like maybe a lavender or something would be kind of fun. Like a kind of a dirty lavender. Dirty's not really the right. Let's see, what do we got here? Like this. Like this could be little ferns in the background, or we could bring in, you know, I'm just like dawdling with all these choices. We could bring in some of maybe this orangey color instead of this purple, because the purple's maybe a little too out of place. That's too sweet and peachy. Well, what if these were the ferns? This gold color could be popping up out of the top, maybe. And then we do the green for the front ones. Why don't we try that for now. We can always double back on the ferns. Because I'll do the stems for all these balls first, and then we'll do the ferns after, just because I'm not quite sure where I want them all to go. So I think we'll go with this green. I think I like it. And at some point you just got to decide, right? So we'll kind of decide on those two colors for now. So I'm going to just grab some thread. I think I may try doing a stem stitch for this. I mean, just because we are doing it for stems. And I'm also, I don't usually use a stem stitch, like hardly ever really. It's still, every once in a while I feel like I just can't wrap my brain around it, which is just so silly. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but I always have to think about it. But yeah, I know, appropriate using the stem stitch for the stems. So I thought it might be fun to just use this as an opportunity to practice the stem stitch. I'm just kind of separating my threads. Oh, no, I shouldn't want. I usually, yeah, I'll show you how to do the stem stitch here. And it has like a cute look. It's kind of like a back stitch, but not quite. You'll see, it's pretty. It's a really traditional stitch too. So I usually use 3 strands of embroidery floss. It comes with 6, and I usually use 3, but you can use less or more if you want thinner or thicker lines, and I didn't consider that before I split this, so I don't know. I think we'll just go with it. You use it a lot? All right, and you guys know that I usually use an away knot, but I think for this, I'm gonna try and stitch it without a hoop, and I'm gonna just tie a knot in the back instead of using my standard away knot. Just because I think it'll get in my way. So doing it a little differently, but isn't it like the J. McCarroll? So I have like this little bit here, and then I think it looks like some crazy 70s like Formica whatever wood grain table craziness. But yeah, I really like how that's turning out. So okay. Here I'm gonna actually just put this underneath so you guys can see a little bit better when I lay it down. Let's just start right in the middle here. I'm not quite sure I can see. Oh yeah, here. I'm trying to find my line. It starts here and goes to here. And then I'm having it kind of refract when it gets to the water. So I'm kind of just jumping it over a little and then like shooting it down in some other weird direction. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to start by coming up right on my line. I'm going to just butt them right up against, maybe I won't. I think I'm going to start a hair into these circles so it looks like the first stitch is part of the circle maybe. All right. So for a stem stitch, you stitch just off of your line a little bit. So it's kind of hard to tell here, but if my line's here, I'm going to stitch a little to the left or to underneath it, and then I'm going to come back up onto the line. And you should be able to tell once I get a little bit lower here. So a little beneath the line and then back up on the line. There we go. So here's my line here. You can see it. Oh, maybe you can't. Right there. So again, I'm going to go right underneath the line so I'm not quite on it. And then I'm going to come back up on the line, almost to where that other stitch is. There. And so now you can start seeing it gives this kind of cute little almost diagonals butted up right against each other look. And it's just pretty. It's kind of fluttery and pretty. So let's keep going, and then you can do it. So the trick to the stem stitch that took me forever to learn is that, sometimes when I stitch, I put it down and I pull my thread all the way through, and then I come back up and then pull it all the way through. With a stem stitch, you really want to go do both parts of the stitch at once. Oh, thanks, Gina. I mean, I'm usually doing small stitches all the time. So here you can kind of see my blue line just barely. Maybe you'll be able to see a little bit more here, but you know, here is on the line. I'm going to go a little off the line and then come back up on the line. And then, you know, my wrestler thread is down here. And there we go. So there's our little stem stitch going. That's the first stitch you learned? Oh, that's awesome, Vanessa. Yeah, this is I think probably the most I would call probably the most traditional embroidery stitch. And when you look at, you know, vintage embroideries and stuff, it will most likely involve this stitch. You stay on either side of the line. Yeah. So I'm going on one side and then coming back up on the line. All right, so now here's where I want to refract it a little. So I'm going to end the stitch by just going to the back. So it'll be like starting a whole new line. So here we've hit the water. This is the water, right? That's the stitch I used on mine, but I had no idea. Oh, that's so funny. Yep. That's what my mom did too. She's like, I did this stitch that was kind of like the back stitch, but I didn't know what it was. And I asked her, okay, are you coming up through your stitch? Like, are you splitting the stitch, or are you coming up right next to your stitch? And she's like, right next. I'm like, I bet you're doing a stem stitch. So I'm going to shoot this line down over here. So it kind of got refracted by the water, and now it's going this direction a little bit. So here you can kind of see a little bit better. Here's my line. I'm not going right on the line. I'm going just, you know, a hair underneath, and then coming back up. And I'm not pulling it all the way through to the back and then coming up, because it gets really, that's where it starts to get weird in your brain, at least for me. This stem stitch I do all in one movement. Okay, so again, a little underneath the stitch and then coming back up, almost right next to that first stitch there. Oop, there. Maybe you can see a little better. And we are going to just follow this little angled, refracted water stem. Oop. So I could throw this in an embroidery hoop probably, but I'm just really paying attention to not pulling so tight. And this is really, I have that Wonder Under behind this, so the applique is pretty stabilized already, so I'm not too worried. And I'm actually more worried about putting it in a hoop and it being really close to my edges. You would have to use a hoop. Yeah, I would use, if you're using a hoop, I would use a smaller hoop. I think that would probably work a little bit better. Maybe if we don't finish this tonight, I will grab one of my smaller hoops, and then we can see what it would be like with a hoop as well. All right, so we're going to just go, I think this is going to be our last stitch. We're just going to pull that through. All right, so this is our first stem. So it hits the water and then is refracted a little bit. So I don't know, does that look like a clear vase? I don't know. I guess we'll have to keep going. I might stitch a little rim to this vase too, maybe. But we'll see. We'll keep going. Okay, so it looks all right. Okay, I'm gonna just weave in the ends. So this is how I finish an end of an embroidery. Like I didn't tear out all my little paper bits. I thought I'd just leave them. So I'm just weaving it in back and forth 3 times. Oh, cool. And this will keep it secure like a knot would. Ooh, getting a little knot doing this. There we go. All right, let's snip. Had to wet the paper to get yours off. Okay, that's a good idea. I'll keep that in mind. All right, I'm gonna just tie a knot to get it ready for the next stem. Again, I'm not doing any of my away knots. If you've been here before, you've heard me talk about the away knot before. I'm just not, because I'm not using a hoop, so I think it'll get in my way. But when we use a hoop, like tomorrow, maybe I'll I'll do the way nuts again. All right. I think, why don't we do this one? It's only right here, and then it goes underneath this leaf, and then it picks back up, like at the water refraction or something. So we'll do that one now. I like it starting a little in on the flower. I think that's kind of fun. I think we can get maybe 2 stitches in here. There, now it's gonna go behind this other leaf. There, and then we're gonna come back up. Let's see. We're gonna come back up. I think I have a little line drawn there, and then this line here. Okay. I think I might just start it at the, we'll put it right here. Hello, LaShonda, thanks for coming in. So I'm gonna put it right here, and then we'll do that little refraction thing again by not putting it in the exact same spot when it hits the water. We'll come back up right there. Oh, hello, Andrew. Thanks for coming in. All right, so here we are going down this little stretch. Ooh, we are getting all choppy already, aren't we? That's no fun. You know what? I don't think my phone... Actually, this is probably any camera. I don't think it likes when I embroider because my hand is going in and out of the frame so much, so it's a lot of fast motion, and I don't think it can interpret that so quickly. So this isn't so good that I'm kind of bunching this up as I go. I'm trying to just watch what I'm doing so I'm not rubbing so much against my edges. So this is where a hoop would definitely help, and I think tomorrow, when we finish this up, I will grab my hoop, and we'll do it with a hoop. Then you can see it both ways. This is without a hoop. All right, let's end that one. All right, there's stem number 2. He went underneath this leaf a little bit, and then into the water there. Are you still creating the table behind the vase? Well, are you still creating the table behind the vase? Well, that's what this is supposed to be, and then this is kind of that refracted, where you can kind of see the table. All right, let's flip. Doing my little weave in again. I could just come up, like I could have gone down here and then come up this way, but I kind of want my stitches to all go in the same direction, since they all should look the same because they're all stems going in the same direction. So that's why I'm kind of stopping at the bottom and starting again at the top. I think we're going to grab a new thing of floss too. This one's getting pretty short. Too short for a full stem, I think. All right, let's take a look. What next? Well, we got a whole pile more of them, so why don't we just keep going this side? I think I'll just put one little stitch in here, and then I'll just jump to this one, and then this one will come all the way down into the water again. But I think this one we won't. Oh man, I'm totally missing what you guys are talking about. You guys are funny. Apparently there's 100, what? LaShonda, this is Sunday's block. We just finished it. It only took, we got it done. Everyone says there's 100 blocks. Oh, yes, okay. That makes sense. Yes, there are 100 blocks total, and we are only on block 5. So there's still plenty of time to join in. There's 2 blocks a week, so there's one on Thursday, and then there's one on Sunday. And that's when they're released on the website. So, and we are totally only 5 blocks in, and there's way time to catch up and everything if you wanted to join in. We were talking about that the other day. It's, I think there's almost 20,000 people on the Facebook page right now. So the Splendid Sampler Facebook page, like literally like 20,000 people. So that means if half of those people are making the quilt, and I really think more than half are making this quilt, that means there's going to be 10,000 of these quilts. Isn't that just crazy town? Like, I just can't get over that. It's just so crazy. But my mom's doing it, and I think she's on the Facebook page. Yeah, it's epic. Wow, can you imagine a big blanket? Yeah. Wouldn't that be crazy? My mom and I were talking about it, and we're like, they should have they're going to turn all of these, so all the blocks are free right now. Yeah, and then when all the 100 is done, which is, probably next year, Valentine's Day, they're going to be making it into a book, so they won't be free anymore at that point. They're going to take them all down, and then it'll be released as a book. But my mom and I were talking, and we're like, man, for the book, they should do a book tour, and then just have a bunch of people's finished quilts for the book tour, because that would just be super crazy fun. And I mean, it's so fascinating. Like, if you go onto the Facebook page, there are so many different interpretations for every single design. It's just been really fascinating to watch what people do. It's been really interesting. All right, so now we're going to go behind this leaf again, because this leaf is kind of in front. You've been trying to finish 3 projects first. Yeah, I know that's the thing. That's what was a little scary for me. Just like, can I commit to something like this? But I figured if I do it every night here with you guys, we'll get it done. And the thing is, you don't even have to do the whole thing. No one's holding you to doing anything. It's just a bunch of free blocks and a lot of people doing it to share with and get tips from. And a lot of people are doing it to learn. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can, because I don't do a ton of piecing and quilting and all that sort of thing. So I'm using it as a way to just learn techniques. Okay, I got to figure out where this branch is going, or stem. So we're gonna cross over and go to about here, I think, and then jump over to, or I could go down this way. And I kind of already messed that up. I think we'll jump over to this one here. Okay, so let's try and end it right there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. And it's just crazy to think that we're only 5 blocks in to, that we'll actually do 100 of these. It's pretty crazy. All right, here's where it refracts again when it hits the water surface. I don't know if that's a good idea, this whole like trying to make it refract. That might just make it look crazy when we're done, but we'll give it we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is the stem stitch. Good night. Thanks so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Have a nice evening. Yeah, I barely ever do the stem stitch, and I don't know, now that I'm doing it right now, I'm like, this is kind of fun, and it's fast. You bought some fabric straight from Japan? Woo! That's exciting. That's a good mail day. That would be something I'd love to do yet, is just go to Japan and just buy a crazy amount of fabric and weird tchotchkes. I had one of my blocks, so I was... Oh, you hate one of your blocks? Oh, that's no fun. You hate it, or it's just not right for the quilt you're going for. That's sad to hate a block. All right, so here, it kind of looks like refracting something or another's. All right, I think that's kind of working. Let's keep going. So I think we got these for, let's see. Why don't we do, oh, this one kind of comes down to here. We'll just keep going from this way to this way. So I'll do this one up here next. It looks like I got it coming about to here, in front of the leaf, but behind this flower, and then in front of the leaf again to like here, and then a couple stitches here, and then I think that's this one, this refracty one down here. Okay, that's the plan. First I gotta weave in the ends of this one. I still just love how this one turned out. It is so, that one was so much fun. It was really simple and just playful still and interesting still. I'm not sure what fabrics to get or use. Yeah, that's the trick. You know, at some point you just have to decide. They suggest, you know, picking from like maybe 30 to 35 fat quarters and then just kind of picking from there. My mom is just going into her scraps and just picking scraps, and then every time she takes a scrap and uses it, she keeps that scrap to make sure that she uses it somewhere else in a different block, or that she ends up using it for the first fabric of the next block or something, just so that they all connect. But initially she's just grabbing, and every once in a while she'll grab completely new, unique ones from her stash, and hers is going to be completely more go with the flow than mine. I picked 30 to 35 fabrics, and I spent a while just kind of looking at fabrics. I'm trying to go for like an overall blue effect, and then every once in a while pops of this color. So right now, this is not how I want the bulk of my quilt. I want these to be like the popping blocks, you know what I mean? Most of the blocks I want to be mostly these blues, but then every once in a while in the quilt you get this stuff going on. That's my theory. I don't know if that will end up playing out like that, but that's my plan. Ooh, you have 2 5-inch charm pack. Oh, that'd be a good start. Like, I mean, you'll probably need more than that when you're done, but you could just pick like a nice base color or something to use throughout and then use those. LaShonda, I missed what you said there. All right, now we're going in front of this flower. All right. So, no, in front of the leaf and behind the flower. All right, and then we pop up again here in the leaf, but not the flower. Okay, I think we got it. And then behind this leaf, and then back in. Ooh, your background is text fabric. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. I've seen some people on the Facebook page use text in theirs, and they're just so interesting. Actually, everyone's on the Facebook page is just fascinatingly interesting. I've really loved paging through it. The only problem is because there's so many people in that Facebook group. I don't know. I could show them all tonight. I can take them all out in a few minutes here. We'll wrap up a few more stems here, and then we'll take them all out because my time's probably getting most of the way done. But yeah, since there's so many people in the Facebook group, like my feed, whenever I open up my Facebook feed, it's all just people's blocks, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a lot of blocks. It's really interesting though. I love checking them all out. All right, this guy's gonna go here. I can only see on the web page. Oh, you don't have a Facebook. That's fine. Yeah, the web page, they have a ton of images and stuff there too. So yeah, you can just go to thesplendidsampler.com and there's a ton on there too. And people can upload their finished ones there as well. Did I do that in the right place? Yeah, this one's coming down like that. Okay, fine. We're good still, I think. Ooh, that was thick. I went through seam there. Yeah, I think, you know what, I think uh-oh. I got off my needle there. I'll finish up this stem and weave in the end, and I think we'll call it then for the night. I'll show you the rest of my blocks. We can kind of see what they're looking like all together. On each block page, you can upload. Yeah, on each block page, you can upload a photo. So yeah, you don't need to go to the Facebook page to see tons of cool blocks. But yeah, it's just real interesting. And I know there's a lot of beginners doing it too, which is just so cool. And, you know, there's going to be so many different types of things happening. You know, like we've already done applique and embroidery, or I'm doing embroidery in this, I guess. I don't think we've done an embroidered block yet, but piecing and all that. So there's something to learn. Like you might be awesome at embroidery, but you haven't done much quilting, or there might be like a master quilter who hasn't really done embroidery. So there's, you know, everyone's going to be playing around somewhere along the line. So it's just kind of a neat deal. All right, let's weave in this end here. And the great thing is that if you have any questions, there's so many people that can answer them, and people have been really good about answering them and not getting too snarky and stuff, you know. All right, here we are. Oh, thanks, LaShonda. All right, so here we are so far with these stems. We're kind of refracting them so they're funny angles. I still want to make sure that I get this one in here somehow. So yeah, so we got this half of the flowers done. So then we just have this. I don't think I'm really going to do anything for the leaves, although I should maybe connect the leaves to some of these flower stems somehow, so the leaves aren't just floating somehow. Oh, thanks, guys. And then I still do want to try putting like little lazy daisy fern things going up through the top, and I think maybe we'll stick with this color. Maybe I'm not 100% sold on this yet. Maybe we'll try something else, but we'll get all these stems in first, and maybe it'll be enough. Maybe we don't need more. Maybe we don't need all this stuff. Maybe we're fine. So I don't know. We will play with that tomorrow, but here I'll show you where I'm at with all the blocks. So we're not completely caught up because we're not done with this one, but we will get there. So I've been storing all the blocks in a binder. I'll take you guys off the screen, or off my stand so you guys can see it all. So I have them all in here with the pattern behind. French knots around some flowers. Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, we'll totally do that. So I'm going to just pull these out, and then we can kind of see where we're at. I'll lift you guys up so we can see better. I also have the bonus block that we did too, so I'll pull that one out. Put that guy here. All right, so here, wow, this one is an odd size. Oh, I know why. This isn't cut down to size yet, so this one will be bigger than all the other ones. That one, here, I'll just overlap it a little. That one's still like 7 inches instead of 6.5. Okay, I'll take you off the stand. So here are my blocks so far. So we got our 5 blocks. This is number 1, and then 2, 3, and then 4, 5. And then this was the bonus block that we got before the thing started. So yeah, here we are. So this is kind of a sampling of my quilt so far. And again, I think I want these colors to kind of be the overall vibe of the quilt. And then pops of these reds and yellows and these light colors coming later. So, you know, I got to keep checking back to make sure that I'm got a good proportion of these blues in. So I got to keep going. But yeah, that's kind of, that's what this thing will be looking like in some sense, I guess. I don't know, kind of crazy. My hand's not working. I'm typing everything. All right, guys, yay! Let's do a flyover. This one we did the needle turn applique. Oh, and this one has all the little butterfly guys in metallic. Our fun little hearts. And then this guy was 5. This one is today's one that we finished. And then this guy, we're still working on him. We got a ways to go yet, but I think it'll be fun. But there we go. So I'm going to flip you guys around and we will close it down for the night. There. Hey guys, thanks again for joining me tonight. This is just so fun. I've been having such a good time sewing these quilt blocks, and I hope I'm encouraging you guys to do it a little bit even too. I'm here every night, so if you do have any questions with any of these blocks, then someone here, if I can't answer them, someone here will be able to answer it. So it's been fun. So tomorrow we'll continue on that embroidered block. We'll get as far as we can with it. Maybe we'll get close to finishing. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll finish it the next day, which will be Wednesday. And then Thursday, we get a new block again. So, all right, guys, have a great night. I'll see you again tomorrow, 9:30 Central. Adios. Have a great evening.